Hey guys, it's Zelonius here today with another FIFA 23 video for you. In this video today, we are going to be looking at the best value meta midfielders you can buy right now on FIFA 23. So, as I said in the video yesterday, if you missed it about defenders, value on FIFA is very much an opinionated thing. I tend to try base value off of chemistry because how easy a card is to get into a team definitely matters, but that might not mean much to you if there's a card you really like that you can fit in your team quite easily, but others might not be able to. The most important is generally how good the card is. So, like when I compare this card and its price to other cards around that value, is this card better in terms of how I think it plays in game? And then value can be more personal stuff like how much you care about a player. So for me, the David Beckham icon Team of the Year one is a rip-off. But some people might be willing to pay it because it's the best Beckham card you'll probably get all year, and Beckham was their favourite player growing up. But I tend to base it more off things that I don't think can be argued too much about how good a card is and chemistry and things like that. So with that criteria understood, let's get into it. So Thomas Lemar. Thomas Lemar is the first one, an early promo, road to the knockouts. Not a fantastic card anymore, but he's 30 grand, centre mid, can play both wings as well if that happens to be needed for Chem. 3-star weak foot's not ideal, but 4-star skill move's decent. 3-star weak foot you can get away with in midfield, but he's really quick for a midfielder, can shoot. His passing's not top tier, sorry, it's good. His dribbling's pretty top tier though for a centre mid. Defending, not the best at all, especially that defending awareness, but it's definitely usable. Great stamina. He isn't the best physically, but I honestly think for what you are paying for this card, with French, Atletico Madrid, La Liga links, very good all-round card, very good in particular going forwards. I think he's an absolute bargain at 30k. One thing I will say is that when I've been looking at this promo in terms of this promo for this video, when I've been looking in terms of value, I think midfielders are a really bad place right now. I think the market's not good value in general. I think it's been like that most of the year. But I think midfielders in particular, compared to the defenders yesterday, it's really hard to get top tier good value midfielders. So some of the more expensive cards in this video, you might be thinking they're not great value, but for me, they are in comparison to the rest of the market. Fagioli, 5-star weak foot, decent height. Skill moves ain't great, but I don't think it matters too much. Really quick, good enough shot that it's usable. Great passing. When I talk about great passing stats, I'm looking at vision, short pass, and long pass. I do not care about crossing whatsoever on this game. Free kick accuracy is irrelevant for all but one man on your team, as long as you've got one guy who can take a free kick. And then curve, I don't think it does too much, but sure, I would rather have it than not if I'm going for crazy through balls. This guy's dribbling, very good. Defending, solid. Insane stamina. Usable strength. Got a few issues with the card, but it's 40k with pretty good links. Fernando, 50k. Not a great card right now, but he does have a good weak foot. To be fair, even now for 50k, if the card didn't change, I think it's pretty great. Amazing defender physical. A lot of these big guys in terms of their defender and physical, but the more the destroyers tend to be a bit slow. He's not too bad, but he's probably going to get 2, maybe 3 upgrades. If he gets those, let's say we put this card up by +2 on every stat, he suddenly becomes a lot better. His defending and physical moving into elite areas. His pace is a bit more in line with the current meta or current curve. His passing's pretty good. He's still going to be clunky and not be able to finish, but for the price you're getting him, I think he's very good. I think he's at a point now as well where if he goes up to like a 90 or 91, I think he's going to be more expensive as fodder, so he might even be a decent trading investment. Lucas Paqueta around 70k. Great card, still good. A little bit off the curve in some areas, especially that pace. The defending's a bit average, but it's not bad for a card that's 5-star, 4-star, Brazilian in the Premier League. Great dribbling, good physical, decent passing, pretty good shot. Brozovic, 100k. His big weakness is he's about 4 or 5 pace off of the curve right now. But I think centre mid is the position you can most get away with being a little bit slow. It's the position you at least have to show pace in. But then when we look at the rest of the card, 5-star weak foot, 99 stamina, elite defending for the most part, good on the ball, great passing, good shot. He is brilliant. He's not the easiest to fit in, but for 100k, if you can fit him in your team, he's fantastic. Guendouzi, like for me, Guendouzi's a worse card than this Brozovic, but Guendouzi's just a lot easier to fit in being French and French league. 4-star, 3-star, not bad. Pace, okay, bit lower than I'd like, but then good defending, pretty good physical, decent on the ball, good passing. Guendouzi's just one of those players who just plays quite well on FIFA as well, I find. Gravenberch. I always say with this card, because I talk about him in quite a lot of these videos, he's not as good as I was expecting, but he's a lot cheaper than I expected because of that. 6'3", 4'4", quick, good shot, pretty good passing, decent on the ball, pretty good to be fair. Okay defending, not the best, but okay. Pretty solid physical. Good links, being Dutch, Bayern Munich. He's like not even 150k, I don't think, right now. So great value for what the card is. Pedri. Pedri's 90 or his 89 are both fantastic value. 5-star, 4-star on a midfielder is great. Amazing on the ball, as you'd expect, Pedri. Honestly, fairly solid physical for a small guy who's that good on the ball. The strength ain't bad. Great stamina, as you'd expect. The pace, very good. Okay shot, elite passing on the stats that I want from my passing, so very good card. Bruno Guimaraes, 3-star, 3-star really hurts this card. However, he's got a pretty elite physical stats for a card that can pass and dribble like this. Good defending, pace is okay, solid shot, very good passing, good on the ball. He is a very good, in my opinion, all-round like versatile card. And then what I would say is that 3-star, 3-star, whilst far from ideal, you can get away with it a little bit more in midfield, but it does limit them a bit, but it's a very solid card. Vitinha, great links at PSG, Portuguese. 4-star, 3-star, amazing on the ball, okay defending, okay physical, great passing, brilliant on the ball, like we said, solid shot, pretty quick. Nedved can easily fit in a few slots. Not the best defending, but if especially in one of the formations that I recommend, like the 4-3-3-5, where you want centre mids who can run forward and attack, this Nedved would honestly be perfect for that. He's got solid pace, great shot, 5-star weak foot, great passing, decent, pretty good on the ball. Okay physical, defending's not great, but as a more attacking centre mid, you can use him. Thiago, like I say about this card, wasn't very good when he came out because it was all about lengthy players. However, now that players like this are more viable, he's very good, good chemistry links. Fred, 4-4, amazing on the ball, solid pace, decent passing, elite stamina. I don't think aggression actually is that good on this game, so I don't think his physicals as good as they look, but pretty good defending. Shot's not great, but he's Brazilian Premier League, Man U, very good chemistry links. I honestly think as well at this point we start to get to cards that probably aren't as great value, but you're starting to get more elite cards and you have to pay a premium, but I think they're good value compared to the rest of the market. Emre Can, 300k right now, 4-star weak foot. I'm expecting him to get a +2 or +3. Based on that, I think this card's going to be an absolute monster. Elite physical stats, pretty good defending stats to be fair. It's not far off being elite. Solid shot. He's a bit clunky in his passing, whilst okay isn't great. However, there's a lot of room for this card to improve. It's nice that they've put that in there for me. They never normally put that. I think that's the first time I've seen them do something like that this year. Cancelo, not an amazing card in my opinion, but very solid value for the Prem. 4-4, very quick for a midfielder. Good passing, good on the ball, great defending for a midfielder. Okay physical, bit weak, but pretty good card. Fabian, 4-4. I never realised Fabian was 6'2 either, but 4-4. Room to upgrade. At PSG, he's probably getting at least +2. I don't know how much he plays. If he plays and gets the assists and goals, and then PSG go undefeated, which definitely happened, he could quite easily become a +4. And if he went to a 92, this is a top tier midfielder. At Spanish PSG, very good link to Ramos. He could actually be very, very good. Defending's pretty good. Physical, okay. Dribbling, amazing. Very good passing. Good shot. Pace is a bit low, but like I say, if this card goes up +3 or 4, it's a pretty top tier midfielder, especially at this price. Ballack, Not as good as some of the other cards, but you're paying a premium for icons. For an icon, I think he is pretty good. 4-star, 4-star solid across the board. Benacer, under 400k. Again, another card with a lot of potential to go up at Milan. 4-3, it's okay, but not ideal, the weak foot. They can't get weak foot upgrades, no. The physical's not bad. Defending pretty good. Amazing on the ball. Great on the key passing stats. Solid acceleration. A lot of potential for this card. Variety, one of my favourite cards. All my midfielders that I use at the moment are in this video. I think they're that good. Variety, 5-star weak foot. Great links. Brilliant on the ball. Insane passing. Defends really well. Pretty quick. There's not a lot to dislike about this card. He's brilliant. Valverde, half the price of his card honourable mentions, which are only a +1. I think he is really, really good, this Valverde. He's rapid. His physical is pretty damn good. Defending, pretty solid. Bit clunky, which isn't far from ideal. You don't want a card that's clunky, to be honest. However, I don't think he's too clunky. He's definitely usable, but he's just so fast. That pace is insane and makes a big difference. Perlo, I've talked about this card before. I think he's a bit expensive and there's better value, but for a Perlo card, might be the best he gets all year. Very popular player. Icon chemistry. I don't think it's too bad. 900k. And he's got some brilliant stats. 5-star, 4-stars, nice too. Team of the year, Luka Modric. 1.6 mil. Far from cheap. But for a team of the year card, that's 4-4 in midfield. No weaknesses. His weakest thing is that he's got 80 strength, which is fine. He's got some of the best dribbling and passing stats you'll see all year. His defending's pretty good. Very good shot. Quick for a midfielder. Brilliant player. One of my favourite cards that I've used this year. I was lucky to pack him untradeable. And then Marcus Llorente is the last one. Again, this is more so based off the potential he's got. He will get at least a +2. Definitely potential to get +3. 4 is unlikely, but if he gets that, he is bordering on top 5 midfielder, which at 1.6 mil, I think is pretty good. 4-star weak foot. I don't think you matter the skill moves on this guy. One of the fastest players in the game for midfield. I think he is the fastest midfielder I've seen, actually, which is big. His physical is very solid. Pretty decent defending. Good on the ball. Great on the key passing stats. Good shot. If this card stayed at this, I wouldn't rate him at good value. I think it'd be a bit expensive. But if he gets to a 91 or better, I think he's bordering on a top midfielder, which at this price compared to some of the more expensive ones, I think is very reasonable. There we go, guys. I appreciate you watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, keep it spicy. I appreciate the love and support you guys show me on this channel. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace.